Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I am making some mini envelopes. I decided I wanted a few vintage style envelopes to put in future projects. So I did have like this mini die cut, but it's just a little small for what I want. So I decided to drag out my envelope punch board. Now the paper that I have is a bit small for the smallest like card size that it's got listed on this punch board. I need to get one of the mini ones of these. However, I have worked out that it still works. I just like did the score line at 5 centimeters and it seems to work out all right. So we will give that a go. So I just slip it under the punch. I have done a video previously with my wallpaper envelopes where I show how to use this better. If you'd like to look back at that, I'll try and remember to link that one below for anyone who hasn't used their punch board yet. So I'm just measuring this up to the 5 centimeter score line and punch it and score it. Turn it, and I'm just measuring up the score line that I just made with the little arm that sticks out here, and I'll punch, score again, just keep turning and doing that until you've done all 4 sides. Go, and then I'll just use the corner rounder on the back to round the corners. Looks a bit neater. You don't have to do this, but I do like the way it looks. Alright, so I have done another few of these to save some time. I'll grab my baking paper. And we'll get gluing them together. So these are coffee dyed. I'm pretty sure my mum did like these for me ages ago. She was really enjoying coffee dyeing when she first started doing it. So I got a few lots out of her. I think she's not enjoying it as much anymore, so I have to do my own now. It's not very fair, is it? So just figuring out which glue I want to use. But I'll just fold the edges in. Get to my bone folder for this. It's been nice weather here today, so it's going to be raining later though, so I made sure I got all the washing out, which was good. Put away the big pile of clothes that were in my bedroom, because I do have my inspection on Tuesday, and the place is like a pigsty, so I've got a busy couple of days. Getting the house clean and making my next signature for the signature swap. So I might just go through and fold each one of these and then we'll stick them. Sometimes they don't want to fold quite on the score line, which is annoying, and it puts a whole lot out of shape. So I try to be a little careful and just fold them a bit with my finger first. Now I did see on someone's video that they suggest turning the peaks into valleys, I think they said, with your score lines, because it's natural instinct to want to fold where it's sort of like a valley, but they say no, you turn it over and fold it where the peak is and turn that into the valley. So I think it works better, I don't know, but that's the way I do it these days. I think I've folded that a bit too much. Try and slip it back just a little bit. So next week I should be starting on some Christmas journals, which is going to be a whole heap of fun, so I'll have to make a whole lot of ephemera for those. Might even use, although what I should do is I'll probably do that in a couple of days, make a few envelopes with some Christmas stamps. That'd look nice. I had my son around for lunch today. He wanted to shout me Maccas, so I didn't fight with him. He likes to get the big pack of 24 nuggets, so probably a bit much for him to eat on his own, so I did help him with those and ordered one of their raspberry and custard pies. They are so good. But they said it was in the pack and we got home and it wasn't there. I was distraught, so when I took him home I made sure I drove around and got one. So if you haven't tried one, go and try them because they are very good. Probably not very good for you, but they're very good. They're very cheap too. I think they're like $1.50 or something. I don't go to Macca's for myself much at all, but the kids always want to go. It's terrible. All right, now we can get gluing them. So I think I'll use my big glue. I'll put these away so they're not in my way. Got some new glue. I've got about 4 bottles sitting around now. Getting a bit of a collection, but when it starts getting empty it starts really annoying me by bubbling out the top a lot more, so I fill up my little bottle with the ones that are getting empty. So I'm just sticking glue down these bottom sides here to stick this flap. Usually I put some baking paper down there in case the glue slips out, but I think I'll just run my fingers in there and make sure that they're not getting stuck on the inside. Tip my glue over as usual. Be interesting to see if there's ever a video where I don't tip my glue over. Now, because of the measurements and that, it's made these a bit long. So, like, you can cut them back, which I might do with this inside one. Just see how it looks. And cut that back like that, and I think that's a bit better for the inside. The outside I did cut back before, but I didn't really like the way it looked. So I'm sort of tempted to leave it like that, because if you cut it back, it's sort of sharper lines, which I don't really like. So I might just leave it like that. So that's our first envelope. Some nice coffee dyeing on some of these, beautiful. Must get my tub of coffee dyeing going soon. Probably should trim it before I put it in there, but that's alright. Make sure it's not sticking. So I hope you're all getting some crafting done. I'm seeing a lot of cool stuff on the Facebook sites. It's very inspiring seeing what everyone else does. I saw that Colleen, who won my last giveaway with the Christmas stuff, has already made her little golden book Christmas journal, which was awesome to see. So much fun seeing stuff being used like that. And it really inspires me too, because I haven't even made one yet myself, which I'm planning to do soon. So yeah, it helps me to see how other people use all the stuff as well. Alright, 2 more to glue. Now I'm not going to embellish these a lot. I just want them to basically look like vintage envelopes. So a little bit of stamping and postage stamp, and that's it. I can always make plenty more in the future that I stick all sorts of stuff on, but I really like just the plain sort of vintage style. Oops, cutting to the side a bit there, but that won't matter. Make sure it's not sticking. Now, did I trim that one? Yeah. That's what happens when I talk, I don't think. Trimming this one. It's probably a bit low, but that'll do. Good way to use up these little squares of paper. Alright, if if they need any extra gluing, like, you know, probably could have done with a bit more glue there, but I've got the fine tip applicator, so I can always go up over them again after. But that'll do for now. Just check that they're all right. They look good. All right, next we want to ink the edges. Try and do that a bit quick because it's quite boring. Not for me, I find it relaxing, but yeah. Now, I think I'll do walnut stain. I do have a big one here, so I might drag that out. And an applicator. And my little pad. Alright. I probably should have inked before I stuck them, but I don't really mind if it's not distressed along those edges. Go along here. Alright, see how quick I can get. Can always run it in there a bit anyway. So yes, I think nearly all the ladies that are on the lavender blue design team have got their projects for this month up now, and they're all looking so good. It was heaps of fun doing that and seeing what everyone else has made. So yeah, I don't know, whoever's, if you're in the lavender blue on her website, you'll see all the different projects. So we'll be starting on the next one soon. Just do the top. Geez, it is pretty dark when it's new, that walnut stain. The other one's not that dark. Just thinking whether I should change it to the vintage photo, or I might just grab my old walnut stain. See, that's not nearly as dark. Well, maybe it is. Almost. It's hard to tell. Stick with this one anyway. Yes, I got a massive surprise before because I went on YouTube to check something else out and I saw that someone had done their draw for their giveaway and I had won it. I can't believe it because I think it's the third that I've won in the last 2 weeks or something, and I never usually win any of these things, and I feel a bit guilty actually. I think next month I shan't enter any of them. But I'm so happy because it's Jeanette Dawkins and she made the most beautiful journal with, I'm pretty sure it's with Artie Maze's mushroom and fern kit, which I absolutely love. I've been eyeing off that kit actually, but yeah. But it's going to be so inspirational having that journal and being able to have a good look at it. Because I really want to get into some more botanical type journals in the future. I think that would be sort of my style. I think that one's inked enough. So yes, I'm building. I think my mum made some joke that I'm going to have more of everyone else's journals than I do my own, and I hate to say, I think she's right. So I better start making a few more. Yes, my daughter's meant to be up on the weekends for work and that, but she's told me the other day a whole household was sick except for her, and I basically said, you know, stay away. And of course the next day she had it as well, the poor girl. So she only just had it, it wasn't long ago, maybe a month ago or something, so it's not too good. You worry about your kids, don't you, when they get sick and that, when they're not living with you, but she's got a lovely boyfriend, so he'll be looking after her. But yes, I don't want to get sick because I do help my son out and I take my mum shopping and that, and you know, if I get sick I can't really help them out or do my volunteer work and that. Alright, one more to do after this. So I'll have to name this one Craft With Me Too, so you can be crafting along rather than watch me ink 6 envelopes or 5 or however many there are. Alright, to this side. I think I've done it all by the looks. Now, next I have my postage stamps. So I made one of these for my last journal and I really liked it, and I did it with one of those Queen's heads which everyone has. I think I've got the wrong stamp out. Like these ones, which are really cool, so I'll probably use a few of them. I might even use some of these ones because they're nice and small, so they go on the smaller size envelope quite well. I might grab out one of these if I can without ruining it. One of those purple Queens. I think that'll look real nice. So do one of those. What else? Maybe a blue one. 2. That one. And maybe one of these lighter coloured ones would look really nice. Probably sit down and do more of these in the future too, and just have a whole heap ready to go. You can always add to them afterwards if you want to stick flowers or anything on. Just got to be mindful that I'll probably stamp them with distress ink, so I can't really do too much wet stuff over the top of that. So I think that'll look good, the ones that I've got. So we'll glue those on. Now, I might give these a quick, got to ink everything of course. That's what we do when things are vintage, we ink them. Just do a light going around, make them stand out a bit more. Yes, I had this willy wagtail that was coming to visit me all the time in breeding season for the last 3-4 years. I heard him chirping away the other day, and I go out to see him because he comes real close and stuff and hangs around when I go out and say hello. I really like him, and didn't go out the other day. I heard him chirping away. I just couldn't be bothered getting up to go out, and the next day I went out and there he was dead by the kitchen window, so that was pretty sad. I thought he just had to die on my property, didn't he? But at least I know what happened to him, because if he didn't show up like next season, I would have been worried about what had happened. But yeah, he's very cute. Oops, there we go. That's the second time. We'll have to start playing a game of who can guess how many times I'm going to drop or knock over the glue each video. One of those little things on the back. Let's see if I can pull some of that off. Some of these I got out of albums that I've found in the second-hand shops and that, and they've got the little sticky bits on them and that, and I haven't bothered soaking them off because I have a good copy that I'm keeping in my collection, and I just use the copies that aren't so crash hot to journal with. I'm trying not to be too neat. You probably saw that I went to put the first one on perfectly straight. It's a bad habit of mine. Just make sure the envelopes aren't upside down. That would be a disaster. Not done all right. All right, so next I will do the word stamping. Now, I like the look of like your nice writing for the address or whatever, but I can't write nice and I can't do calligraphy or anything like that. So I thought I'd do the next best thing and use like one of your text stamps and just do a partial stamp of it. Also, if I went to write it myself, I wouldn't know what to write. It would sound silly, so I'd rather do it this way. So just make sure it's up the right way. I think it goes, yeah, it's that side that we want to do. Now I've got a spare bit of paper which I'll stamp it onto just to make sure. And we'll try out this distress ink. So what I want to do is just get the first 2 to 3 lines or something and just part of it. So I'll just ink that up a bit and we'll give it a go. And I reckon it's upside down. See, there is a reason why I try it out first. Just let me get my wet wipes and wipe off that part. Alright. So, I'm looking at this side. Good if I did it on a flat surface too. I reckon that'll be alright actually. Now I'll just wipe up in my tissue. Alright, try that again. Now think about like that. Just like that. I don't mind that at all. It will do. Now, keep that out. Let's wipe down my stamp. Now next we will use our little postmark stamps. So most of us have this that came on one of the magazines. I can't remember which one. I'm going to use this little round one. Yeah, so I use those too. That one's nice and small. Now I might start with a circle one. I'll just get my smaller block out. I think my daughter must have used this because it hasn't been cleaned and it was permanent ink. Not happy, Jan? Alright. Not sure which side's up or down, but it doesn't really matter for this, so let's just whack it there. Might of it. Yep, that's not too bad. Nice and light. I'll line 2 up. Clean that off. That one, they're losing their stick already, these though, so I don't think they're very good quality, but that's alright. Sticking to some foam or something when they do completely lose it. Line those 2 up. Now, I think I'll just partial stamp this because it is quite big for these little envelopes. In a minute, dog. Scratching at the door. I did just let her out and feed her, but luckily I'm nearly finished, so worse than kids. Dogs. So I'll do that one again. And one more. Alright, so very, very simple, but now I've got a few nice vintage looking envelopes for my journals. I said I wouldn't mind making heaps and heaps of those because I really love the way they look. You know, they almost look authentic. They will do anyway, so. Alright guys, hope everyone's having a great day and I will see you very soon. Bye.